Hi, this is Courtney, and this is a brief video to explain how asana or yoga postures can benefit the body and relax the mind. Asana is a physical practice that we do when we get on our yoga mat or anywhere. You don't have to have a yoga mat to do it. It's the typical postures you see, and you want to bend the body every day if you can in all 6 directions: forward, backward, laterally, side to side, left and right, and twisting the body left to right every day. So those are the 6 directions of asana. You didn't hear me say inversions, but inversions are also part of moving the body. But as far as working on a subtle level in the body, um, the main thing to balance the body is the 6 directions of the spine every day. Now, inversions are very important, and this isn't really the time to discuss that. But mainly what I want to tell you is that if you think of the body, like, for instance, most people are familiar with what acupuncture is. When we look at the body on a physical level, from a Western standpoint, we look at the gross body, the respiratory system, the nervous system, you know, our heart, our endocrine system, the way the blood moves through the body, etc. Well, on an energetic level, or in the Eastern philosophy, we look at the body through an energetic system, which is made up of nadis, or points in the body, that energy moves through, and chakras, energy centers in the middle of the body that energy moves through. Those consequently line up with the endocrine system, the spine, and the brain. So when we move the spine in all 6 directions, we are activating or calming the chakras, or the energy centers in the body. So there's a philosophy in Ayurveda called, um, well, it's the science of knowing that sometimes things get stuck in the body, and we call that ama. And so you can think of it like a sticky substance in the body. It could be anything. And it's not to shame anybody. We all have stress. So stuff gets stuck in the body. Um, and by moving the body, we start to clear those pathways. So even if you're starting to feel sick one day and you'll do a little bit of yoga or a little bit of moving, you'll start to move the body, get that blood circulating, and get energy and blood pumping through the body. So it can get really complicated really fast to try to understand. But if you think of the importance of asana as a vehicle to clean the pathways of the body, the nadis, to activate and yet calm at the same time, they start to move energy through the pathways. And those pathways are all over the body, very similar to the way the nerves run through the body. And when you activate those pathways with movement, it starts to move things through. This is why there's also an emotional release with yoga, that people oftentimes will feel very happy, or they'll start to have emotions like anger or sadness come up, and it's just a cleansing process. So it's nothing to feel guilty about or be ashamed about. It's just, you got to get that stuff moving and out to feel better. So the way it prepares the body for meditation is, it's really hard, first of all, to think of your grocery list and do a yoga posture. You really have to be focused on what you're doing. You can't listen to the teacher and turn your body in these different directions if your mind isn't focused on what you're doing. So in itself, it's a meditation. The practice of asana in itself is a meditation. And then the movement of asana, once you're doing that, you're clearing out all that stagnant stuff in the body, and the release is called a samsara. And samskara. Samsara means the cycle of life. Samskara is the release of something from the body. So that's what I want people to get to know, is that asana in itself is not just about getting a great behind or flat abs or strong arms, which it can do all of that. It's really a vehicle for balance. And in the Western world, we call that homeostasis. And you can see it in the symbols of yin and yang, the female and male, light and dark, sun and moon. So when we're doing the poses, we're always counterbalancing them. And so if we go forward, we go backward. If we go left, we go right. If we twist left, we twist right. And we're always countering to help bring balance into the body. So I just want people to start to understand that while asana looks like an athletic practice, it can be, it doesn't have to be. A person who is in a wheelchair, and I have people in wheelchairs, can also do asana. If my spine can move, or my mind can move my spine, now stay with me. So let's say I'm paralyzed from the neck down. I can still visualize my spine moving. And in an Eastern philosophy, that is still enough to move energy through the body. So anybody can do yoga. You just have to adapt it to the person. You have to look at the physical body and allow the mental body to sometimes override that and do what you can. So I hope that was a good explanation. I just want to do a quick little practice with you. I'm not going to physically get up because I am not that good at filming yet. But if you will just simply take your arms up and big breath in, and then exhale, sweep them out and bring them together. Good. And then put your hands on your knees and just lift your chest forward and drop your head back. To do a nice little back bend. And then exhale and round your back. Do a little forward bend. Then come up, sit tall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lateral lean. Put your right hand down, lean to your left. Inhale up and exhale, do the opposite side. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to one side. So I'm going to my left, putting my left hand behind me, twisting off with the right hand on the left thigh. And then we're going to inhale, arms up, and exhale to the opposite side. Good. And then inhale, arms up, and then exhale, bringing the hands together. So for me, sometimes people ask me, what does your asana practice look like? Well, I just moved your body in all 6 directions of the spine. My asana practice varies from day to day. This morning, I alternate walking and then yoga. I usually do a little yoga every single day, but I'll walk a mile pretty quick, and then I'll get off and do about 10 or 15 minutes of yoga and 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. Today, I didn't do my walking because I did a lot yesterday, and I did a really long yoga practice and meditation. So it depends how I'm feeling. If I'm sick, I'm not going to do a lot of standing poses and stuff. I'm going to do a lot of just floor movement, getting the 6 directions of the spine moving. If I'm feeling really energetic and I want more of a challenge, I may do a little bit more advanced postures. But I try to think of every day moving my body in all 6 directions, and then I try not to think about asana so much as just getting some movement in. So I do all my 6 directions of the spine, and then as long as you don't have a high blood pressure, glaucoma, or you're pregnant, or any other kind of like risk of stroke or anything like that, then I'll add in an inversion like down dog, hands on the floor, knees and hips back into an upside down V. And that activates all 7 chakras and allows the body to be balanced and calm. It calms the nervous system as well. Then after I've done my series and everything's been balanced, I simply sit on the floor, I set my timer for 10 minutes, and I'm quiet, and I do meditation. Sometimes I do a reading before that, and I really just observe my thoughts. So I don't do anything fancy. This morning I had a monkey mind. I've been meditating since I was 14 years old. I started meditating before I ever did a yoga practice. And, some days I get complete bliss, and some days I'm like, oh my goodness, my mind is going crazy today. And I just try to observe, what I'm thinking. Okay, that's a doing thought. Okay, wow, well, it's good you were being quiet because your mind's being more creative now. So I try not to beat myself up if I don't feel like I'm meditating properly. So I hope that explained a little bit about the connection of asana, the way the energetic body is stimulated or calmed through asana and how it leads to a better meditation. Thank you so much. Have a great day.